All right. All right. All right. Looks like we are live. All right. All right. All right. Looks like we are live. All right. Okay. Um, all right. So becoming a better student athlete. We are looking to get this party started. So looks like we can go ahead and play it like that. Oops. Here we go. Boom. All right. So the Student Athlete Summit, hosted by myself, Coach Woodson. Thank you guys for attending and signing on. We are here to make an impact tonight. So let's get it going. Hope you guys had a good Wednesday so far. We actually launched our fun runs earlier today. Got the mentorship going, the mentor program going well. We got the all league tournaments for our after school sports program happening tournaments. So this is coming in a pretty good time for Greater Youth Sports as far as our programming. It's coming at a very crucial time to really get this information. All right. So those of us that are coming from outside our organization, welcome, welcome. All right. A little bit about myself. My name is Coach Woodson. I've been impacting youth for over 11 years. So that's kind of it's kind of crazy. So I was 18 years old when I first got my paid coaching job. I was 18 years old. And I'm 30 right now. So it's been a while where I've been in schools directly working with youth through sports, empowering them, teaching, all the works, right? I have a master's in education. I got it in teaching. I'm the founder of Greater Youth Sports, author of Get the Win, and creator of the Win Youth Mentoring Program. All right. So what we're going to be going over today, these are actual, I would say, scientifically backed studies and research to help you guys grow. So this is like the information you truly need to implement in order to take yourself to the next level. The same way that you would get a trainer for improving your skills on the court or on the field, right? This is your trainer for free for improving your mindset. All right. So we're going to kind of get into that right now. So your mindset plus action equals success. So it's so important that you understand this formula. A lot of us want to be successful athletes on the field, but we don't take enough time to think about how we are acting and how our mindset plays into our success. A lot of the times, this is where you see a lot of top athletes get to where they accomplish all of their dreams. They make it to the highest levels, but then they lose it all because of a character flaw, something around with their mindset, right? They're hanging around with the wrong people. They're doing things that just don't align with where they're at in life and being successful on the field. So we're taking the time. It's super important for you to take the time, like you are tonight, to actually get the mindset information now, so that way when you make it and you accomplish your dreams, you're able to keep it. There's nothing worse than being able to achieve something and then you lose it because you're building up with one hand and you're tearing down with the other hand, right? So it's important for us to understand that mindset is a huge piece for your success and your achievement that you want to achieve. Okay, so mindset plus action equals success. We're going to work on the mindset tonight, but I think I'm talking to people that are action takers. If you're here right now, that means you actually care about getting better and you're taking action. All right, massive action. So one thing, a quote that I love that one of the people I follow says all the time is, success loves speed. So if you know anything about me, I move at a very fast pace, and I'm quick to implement things. I don't like to wait. So all the information that you're receiving tonight, you're going to get the mindset information. Now, tomorrow or tonight after the call, start applying it immediately, right? So you don't want to wait. A lot of people, this is what gets me a lot of times, is like people with New Year's goals, they want to wait till literally January 1st to implement a New Year's goal. It's like, no, start your New Year's goals in December, right? Start the action. If you already have in your mind that you need to do something, then start it right then and there. Why are you going to wait? It makes no sense. All right. So mindset plus action equals success. We need to get our mindset down. We got to hit it with massive action, and then you can reach your goal that you want to get. And what's better yet, like I said, you have the solid foundation. Once you have the foundation down, you're good to go. You can build up. All right. Yeah. If you guys know anything about me, we get straight to it, baby. We get straight to it. So how do you deal with adversity / losses? So I'm speaking to all student athletes right now. Think to yourself right now, like, how do you deal with losing? I know we all like to win. We're not we're not here to just hang out and just play for fun, right? Like, I get it. I'm the most competitive person. Like, I truly understand. We are here to win, but there's no lessons in winning. The lessons are in your losses. So how do you deal with when you lose? Like, how is your mindset when you lose? A lot of the things that I see, people, you see the pictures right here, people putting their head down, their whole mood changes, right? But what are you thinking about when you're losing? Like, what's in your head, and what are you telling yourself when you're down and when you've lost? How's your mindset? Are you easy to talk to? Do you throw like a huge temper tantrum and start throwing stuff everywhere? Do you beat yourself up? Do you beat other people up? Do you like highlight everyone else's mistakes but yourself? Like, how do you view losing? If you can't truly understand them after this, I want you to write the notes down, write it down, and then go ask your teammate or go ask your parents, right? We've all been in the car on that ride home after a loss. How are you acting in that situation? Like, what are you thinking about? How's your actions? How's your emotions in those situations? Because how you deal with adversity and loss is literally it's everything. It has everything to do with your mindset. So how you deal with when you're losing it makes the most impact on you being successful. All right, especially as a young student athlete. Okay, if you're looking to get to the next level, you're going to want to get this information tonight and truly start changing the way you view losses. What do I mean by that? We're going to watch a quick video from Jalen Hurts. It's his post-game interview, and we're going to go a little bit deeper after the video. So check this out. Hopefully you guys can hear this. We'll see. First student athlete summit. We're going to find out.
Win, lose, or draw. I always reflect on the things that I could have done better, things we could have done better, to try and take that next step. And yeah, that'll be the same process that goes on now. What'd you learn? And watch the film yet.
Jalen, I know Brandon said that you addressed the team and tried to apologize. Why don't you think
I don't do it. I don't do this to be loved. I don't do this to be hated. I don't do this to seek anyone else's approval. I do it for the guys in the locker room. I do it for the guys in the locker room. I do it.
All right. So we're going to stop right there. the first part of that, the interview was asking him, what are you how do you approaching your losses, everything. So he's like, well, one, I didn't see the film, but what stuck out to me was how he said he never loses. You either win or you learn. You win or you learn, right? And he's already thinking about what he can do differently to improve upon his skill set for the next one. It's not like he might not never get back. He's not, all kicked off of that event as far as losing. He's trying to figure out what he can do to get better for next time. Like, I want you guys to imagine this. As a football player, you have one goal. It's to one, make it to the NFL. Then after that, it's to win a Super Bowl. Like, what? No NFL player is playing in the NFL and doesn't want to win a Super Bowl. He gets all the way to the Super Bowl and literally maybe this close to just winning it and loses. Everybody else, you have he has the complete right. No one's going to kick him for doing it. No one's even going to say anything about it. He has every single right to be very upset, to throw a temper tantrum, right? To blame the refs or blame different calls made or whatever the situation may be, right? He has every single right to do that, but he chooses not to. He chooses to focus on his own development and how he can get better. And that's what leads me into the next point right here. You either win or you learn. You decide if you want that to be a teachable moment. He said, I know that I do. My only direction is to rise. That leads me into development versus an ego mindset. A development mindset, this individual is working on their entire focus and their entire mindset is all about developing themselves as an athlete as far as their skills, their own performance. And then that's where their mindset is around. That's what their goals are all surrounded around, is how they did, if they can improve and where they can improve, and how that's going to impact their team. That's a development mindset. An ego mindset is only caring about winning. They only care about the outcome of the game. So if they win, they're happy. If they lose, they're upset. They're blaming the refs. They're blaming their teammates. They're blaming their coaches. They're blaming the field. They're blaming the ball. They're blaming every single thing around the game that didn't make them to be successful or win the game, instead of blaming the one person, or not blaming, but turning the focus to how can they improve. As a young student athlete, this is the most important thing that you need to focus on. How can you become more development oriented? I got a few tips for you. Tip number one, after every single game, you're going to write down one thing that you did well and two things that you can improve on. I'm going to say that again. After every single game, you're going to write down one thing that you did well. So maybe you worked on your jump shot last week and now you hit two jump shots, the same jump shots in the game. That's one thing you did well. And what's two things you can improve on? Every single game. In life, we track for so many different careers and professions. We watch game film, we rewatch, things that we did to try to get better. If you're playing in sports, you watch game film to get better. But why aren't you grading yourself every single game? Why after the game you're only focused on winning or losing? Why aren't you focused on how you can get better for the next week, for the next game? So again, one thing you did well and two things that you can improve on every single game. And if you really want to go to another level, I would do that in your practices too. What did you do well in practice? And what are two things you can work on for the next practice? This is a great time where you can ask your coach, hey coach, I'm really trying to improve on this skill. What are some drills that I can do at home, or maybe I can have some time in practice to work on these drills so that way I can improve on my skills. So your coach's job is to make sure the team is ready to go. It's your job to make sure that you're ready to go for every game. It's your job to make sure that your skills improve every single game. So now you look on an ego-minded person, they lose a game, they're upset, they're blaming everybody. They don't want to be there. They're the ones taking their jerseys off, throwing a fit, right? The first thing out of their mouth is they're blaming the referees for making a bad call, right? Even Jalen Hurts said later in that same video, he even said that he never blames the refs because he looks at the entire game, and you can't put one call to be the determining factor of an entire game. Like, there's a lot of different plays, there's a lot of different calls, and you shouldn't ever even be in that situation for it to be close. So the referees can never be blamed. This is something I implemented with my teams when I was coaching, is we don't blame the refs. If a game is so tight to where a referee's call can literally change it, then we failed as a team. So let's shift away from that ego mindset and let's get more to a development mindset. Most athletes burn out in college and before they even get to the pros. Why? Because they're ego-minded. They're not worried about working on their skills every day. Kobe Bryant has a story where he was in the playoffs. His team lost, and he had missed a jump shot, I believe, to win the game. So after the game, they're in the playoffs, so they have to fly back to LA for their next game, and they play it in 2 days. So after the game, everyone's trying to get some sleep before they got to fly out, right? They want to rest. Like, we just played a full game in the playoffs. So everyone's like, man, I'm about to go home. They're untying their shoes in the locker room. They about to go home, getting dressed, taking a shower, about to go back to the hotel and shower and sleep. Kobe Bryant takes his game shoes off, puts on his other practice shoes, and goes back onto the court. And he did a full shooting workout, focusing around that one shot that he missed in the playoffs, after he's the star player on the Lakers team and played more minutes than anybody. Why? Why would you do that? Because he's development oriented. Yeah, they lost the game and he's upset, but he's more upset that he missed the shot that he should have made. So instead of complaining on why they lost, he's working on his skills to be able to get to the next level. Like, what are you going to do to get to the next level? Are you going to sit here and keep focusing on everybody else? Are you going to focus on everybody else, or are you going to focus on yourself? Like, our problem is a lot of the times with athletes is we're so focused on everybody else and what they're saying or what they're doing or what they think about us. We're so focused on everybody else, but the one person you need to focus on is yourself, because you can control you. You can't control the uncontrollables. So we have to get out of the notion that we can control things that we can't control. You can't control a ref. You can't control, a situation in the game. The only thing you can control is how you play. So being able to take the advice that I just gave you guys on how to become more development oriented is, one, thinking about how you can improve your own skills. And if you keep knocking down skill after skill after skill, what's going to happen is you're going to be so well developed compared to your peers, because you don't have a weakness. LeBron James gets into the NBA. Go look at his stats and his shooting percentages when he first got into the NBA, right? His shooting was terrible. But over time, now he's a complete player. He can shoot the three. He can back you down. He can make the right play. Like, he's virtually unstoppable as a player, because he kept working on the different skills that he needed throughout time. Like, I need to improve my three-point shooting. I need to improve this. I need to improve this. And he kept working on his different skills to where there is no weakness. So what are you doing every single day after a game? What are you looking at? And how are you getting better for that next game? Development oriented, right? So tonight, that was our lesson. Development versus the ego mindset. So all of my student athletes out there, right? We want to shift away from the ego mindset and then shift towards the development mindset. All right. So the next time I'll see you guys, we're going to be talking about some other topics and getting it a little bit deeper. Please, you guys, follow. This is a new segment that we're doing to help you guys out with becoming a better student athlete and really just getting to the next level. This is information and different strategies and topics and lessons that we teach to a lot of our athletes, but we want to be able to share with you guys to help you guys grow and achieve your dreams, and just become a better student and a better athlete. So you guys can follow me here on Instagram, right? We are on YouTube, obviously. So make sure to like and subscribe and share this with a teammate. Share this with someone that you want to see grind out with you. You want to see them actually achieve their goals, right? So share this out with them. Share, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys soon. If one last thing too, go inside the comments for me. Go inside the comments and let me know what was your favorite part. Let me know another topic you guys want us to discuss. We have a ton of different things we're going to be talking about, but definitely just let us know and then we'll kind of go from there. So appreciate you guys and we'll see you guys next time.